And we made it! It took a while, but 9.2 is out and, well, fuck you gonna do now? I'll tell you what you're gonna do right now, right here. Bookmark this video because we will go over the campaign, double legendaries, tier set, cipher of the first ones, and more. Yes, that's right.
Yes, that's right.
You'll get some cool information in this video, so maybe press a little like, press a little sub, it helps us out. It shows that you like our content, that you're appreciative for what we do because, well, we want to. It helps. Thank you. That was the most awkward subscribe plugin ever. Let's just move on, man. The patch has started, and our wet legion dreams of wearing 2 oranges on us at the same time will soon come back to be true. It is not really what we expected, but still 2 legendaries on us. We all wanted to choose which combinations we want and not be forced into Covenant specific ones, but we'll just have to take it. It's still an improvement. After the last chapter of the campaign, you will unlock the Unity Belt in week 5 of the patch or 3rd week of Mythic rating. What that means is that you cannot equip 2 legendaries right when the patch launches. If you want the Unity effect on other slots different from the belt, then you will need to farm Revered Rep with the Enlightened on one of your characters. You can then buy the Unity Rune Carver memory and it will be unlocked on all of your characters. At the moment, you cannot upgrade that belt to rank 7 like other legendaries, but you can put the Unity power on what eye level legendary you will desire. For your alts, unfortunately, you will have to either do the campaign to get the belt or just wait till your main gets to be revered, buy the memory and craft it on what slot you wish. The Belt of Memory will work like a 4-in-1 legendary, changing itself depending on what covenant you are and giving you its covenant specific legendary power. You shouldn't be able to wear the Unity Belt plus the Covenant specific one for giga damage though. So in case this is possible, it will probably be fixed very quickly. If you miss flying the first 2 weeks you come into Zereth Mortis, worry not, as in the 3rd week, you'll be able to fly everywhere you desire and do that pesky world boss. After the last change, how you acquire flying is now tied to the Unlocking the Secrets achievement that you get from completing 6 smaller achievements. Firstly, a means to an end will have you finish chapter 5 of the campaign. This is the only one you cannot do before the 3rd week, as it won't be possible to complete until then. While doing this, you will want to explore all of Zereth Mortis, which is the 2nd small achievement you will have to do, aptly named Explore Zereth Mortis. While doing that, keep an eye out for the 3rd and 4th achievements, which will have you discover and collect 5 treasures for the Curious Collection achievement, where you can check where to find those treasures, and the Adventure to Zereth Mortis achievement, which will have you kill 10 rares. While waiting for the 3rd week to come, you will want to do the 3 questlines to obtain the Path to Enlightenment achievement. You will need to do the Small Pet Problems questline, which can be found in Haven and will award you a pet after you finish it. Not AI are Lost will be the 2nd quest chain you will want to do for a green trinket, and it will start from Haven as well. Lastly, the Waters of Grace will be the 3rd quest chain you will do for a random green bracer. With that out of the way, while you are still exploring Zereth Mortis, you will want to look around for the scrolls needed for the last achievement, Tales of the Exile. We recommend handy notes that will have their position up as a good tool to get all the things you want, not just the scrolls. As we said before, except for the campaign, one of the other 5 achievements can be done on day 1 after completing the 3rd chapter. Similarly how 9.1 introduced Twisting Corridors, the fucking 10-hour Torghast you will need to do in order to get a fucking mount, 9.2 will be gentle on us and bring one of the most fun, fast ways of doing Torghast to obtain a fucking mount, pet, title and toy with the new Torghast Gauntlet mode. With this mode, you will have to battle random mobs, elites, rares and bosses from Torghast in the middle of a room for 8 floors. The Gauntlet will have you start with 3 powers, and you will receive extra powers from killing the things that spawn from the portals in the middle of the room. The number of things spawn will vary with the layer you are on, and the power will spike very hard at a point from layer 5 and onwards. Still, finishing one floor in less than 2 minutes without having to stealth your way to the end is very fun and easy. The only downside to this mode is that you cannot do it repeatedly like the normal Torghast mode in order to get the resources needed for Legendaries. You'll only get the rewards once per character, receiving absolutely zero loot if you try to do the same layer again. As it was in 9.1.5, you can farm all of the 3 currencies needed to make or upgrade Legendaries. No additional changes have been brought here from the last patch. You can farm every layer you want up to 16 and you will receive 100% of the Soul Ashes, Cinders and Cosmic Flux every run. If by any chance you do Torghast like we do, you can also get the new Cosmic Flux from various activities like the new bi-weekly quest, daily quests, treasures, rares and so on. For 9.2, we only got one additional rank to our Legendaries, rank 7, and with that brings it to 292 eye level. In order to make a rank 7 legendary, you will have to buy the base item from the auction house and upgrade your rank 6 legendary to rank 7 from the Rune Carver, with only 2k Cosmic Flux. Done and dusted. Oh what, you want to learn how to make the rank 7 legendary base item? Okay, here it is. Firstly, you need to finish chapter 5, Crown of Wills. So many good things seem to happen after chapter 5, man, it's insane! And you will receive the new Tome of the Eternal. You cannot learn this tome until you are honored with the Enlightened, so I hope you got that rep grinding in check till the 3rd week of the patch. After that, you will learn to craft the Vestige of the Eternal item, which you can add to a rank 4 legendary while you create it to make it upgradable to rank 7. Depending on what profession you have, the mats required to craft this vestige are different, but one thing will be the same, and that's the new Progenitor Essentia mat. You will need to get 2 of them, and you can get them from the new bi-weekly quest, from random treasures, from Zereth Mortis, or you have a chance to get them from herbalism, mining nodes, or fishing in Zereth Mortis, and you know, you get the gist. Whew, not easy, but worth it. Did you think you don't have enough things to work on in 9.2? If you think, hey, no more progression systems, whatever should I do with my life? Well, fret not, as the Cipher of the first ones will be the new progression system for you in Zereth Mortis, coming with chapter 3, so first week of the new patch. Now hold on, it's not that bad, or at least maybe not what you think. It will make your visit a more pleasant experience, even if your leave will be a little better. The Cipher will have your back, and with it you can say goodbye to your lovely owl, cause with the Cipher will come Pokopok, your new best friend. Don't worry, we will talk about him soon enough. Like every progression system, this one will come with a currency, and it's Cipher of the first ones. Farming this currency will let you unlock more and more good things that will be very beneficial for you, like more daily quests and world quests, so increasing your rep farm. It will make Pokopok stronger and will help you beat the pesky elite that you couldn't before. It will grant you some special temporary enhancements and many more that you can take out of Zereth Mortis as well. You'll be able to create special battle pets and mounts, and even have your Cipher equipment, the one we talked about in gearing in 9.2 video, be upgraded to a maximum of 252 eye level. You know, the gear from world quests and dailies. Pokopok will be the automa you will receive when unlocking the Cipher, and you will have the ability to summon and dismiss him whenever you please, as long as you are in Zereth Mortis. Depending on the upgrades, you can make Pokopok search for treasures and hidden things for you. He can use energy to let you try out different puzzles around the world or just finish them for you. He can use energy to get you temporary buffs, to control different creatures. He can have different abilities like offensives and defensive ones, and he can even make big-ass automas able for you and your other party members to control and use to kill everything in sight. You can even transmog him, and he can get a small Pepe or other hats on his head, because that's what matters. We can even talk more about how the Cipher can help you when exploring Zereth Mortis the whole day, but the more noticeable upgrades will be the ones that help you communicate with the Giro, to grant you 3 different gifts that can help you even more to get Progenitor Essentia from gathering, move faster, or just reducing the distance you will aggro creatures at. It will even attract a Giro shop, Olia Manu, that will sell you some nice things like a Brutosaur soul or Armadillo soul or a toy, or even give you 50% more Cipher currency. The treasures and rares are similar to the ones from Nazjatar, with puzzles and hard-to-kill elites that will or are announced on the map. One thing is certain, upgrading the Cipher will make all of this easier and faster to do. At the beginning of the patch, you will probably need friends to kill all the rares and elites, but as you progress, you'll be able to solo a lot of them. You cannot have a new patch without a new campaign. The conclusion of Shadowlands, the end of the end. Or is it? As the last chapter of the campaign was scratched out, we won't tell you what the chapter was to be spoiler-free and, not ruin the surprise. The campaign is fairly interesting. You learn about the jailer's plan, you still try to save Anduin, it will lead you to the opening of the raid and the conclusion and what will happen to Shadowlands during it. To summarize what we mentioned so far in the video, when it comes to the benefits of the campaign, we have as follows. Firstly, you will need to finish Chapter 3 to unlock the Cipher, world quests, dailies, and the skip for your alts. Moving on, you will need Chapter 5 to unlock Flying, the Tome of the Eternal needed to learn to create the rank 7 legendary reagent, Vestige of Eternal, and this will unlock the possibility to use extra reagents for professions called Progenitor Enhancement to imbue the item you'll create with extra powers. And not to forget, Chapter 7, when you will unlock the Unity Belt for your class and you can finally wear 2 Legendaries. New campaigns bring new factions and surprising nobody, that means new farm. What? You didn't think this time it would be different now, did you? But you will need it. The Enlightened Quartermaster will make your farm worth it. For friendly rep, you will get the Font of Ephemeral Power, which is basically a conduit catch-up in case you need it, and it will make you learn all 226 eye-level conduits. Remember Chapter 5 with the Profession reagents and Legendary to rank 7 thing? Well, you cannot learn that unless you are Honored, so try to get to Honored in the first 3 weeks of the patch. When Honored, you will also get the recipes for the new Crafter's Mark IV to increase all your crafted rare Shadowlands gear to eye level 233, and the Crafter's Mark of the first ones to make that unique equipped profession items to get from 230 to 262 eye level. Revered Rep will bestow upon you the Memory of Unity, and this will be useful on all of your alts. But first, let me take a selfie. Oh no, you will need to finish the campaign in order to buy it. Scribes will be happy to reach Revered as they will get 2 recipes. The contract for the Enlightened, so they can sell it to you so you can get faster rep when using it. The Glyph of Spectral Lupin, a beauty for all Shaman players. You'll also get a mount when you are Revered, the Anointed Proto-Stag Reins, and also Lens of Focused Intention, a material you will need to create other mounts. Oh, and let's not forget the Decanter of Untapped Potential, which will replace the new Conduit to level 278 upgrade that we talked about in the gearing video, upgrading your conduits to 239 instead. Fear not, as the old one, Vessel of Profound Possibilities, has been added to your Covenant Quartermaster. When you get to Exalted, we hope you have 50k gold banked up so you can say goodbye to those Augment runes once and for all, because now you can buy the new Eternal Augment rune. Nothing different from the past 2 patches here. You'll get the Enlightened Tabard plus Broker Translocation Matrix, a broker-themed Hearthstone, and another mount, the Heartlight Stone, at Exalted as well. Fret not, as all mounts cost anima. You got that gathered, right? Right? 10k? So did I. A new item, Cosmic Flux Parcel, has been added to Co-Tool, the vendor in Orbos. You know that place you go with the tokens you get from the Disappointment in the Vault. Getting this item will reduce the amount of times you will do Torghast to upgrade your legendary to rank 7. Bonesmith Heimer will bring some new items in 9.2 as well, allowing you to send Soul Cinders between your alts with the new packaged Soul Cinders item, and you can now learn new legendary memories with the Chronicle of Lost Memories from Heimer that will cost Soul Cinders now. As for the ketchup, you have 2 flavors this expansion. The 226 high level version from Hadja in Haven that costs anima to get, and it's pretty easy as well, and the hard as fuck 246 high level gear that costs Sandborn Relic from Rafik in Pilgrim's Grace. These 2 flavors and more have already been shown in our 9.2 gearing video, so don't hesitate to check that out for more details. After this one, of course. If you have started playing WoW in BFA or even Shadowlands, you may have heard random people talking and crying about tier sets. But what are they actually? Well, if you continue playing in 9.2, you will find out because tier sets are back on the menu, baby! As the name suggests, it's a set specific for the current raid tier. The new raid would be almost tier 28, 29 or 30, something like that. Who knows? Who even keeps count? Enough of that. So the tier sets will be constructed from 5 main armor pieces: head, shoulders, chest, gloves, and pants. Each tier set is unique for every spec in the game and will provide bonuses according to how many pieces you have equipped from that set. At the moment there are 2 pieces bonuses and 4-piece bonuses. In the past we had like 6 and 8, but you know, enough nostalgia. The tier sets will be dropped as specific item slot tokens from 5 set raid bosses. Lihuvim, Principal Architect, will drop the hands token. Halandrus, the Reclaimer, will drop the legs token. Anduin, the headpiece token. Lords of Dread will provide the shoulders, and Rigalon, the chest. The last 2 pieces, shoulders and chest, will have 7 extra item levels to be on par with the other items dropped by those bosses. So get them, they will be your biz. Each of the 5 bosses that drop tier pieces will drop 2 of them on Mythic, and this number will scale with the number of players in the raid for normal and heroic. Finally, because Blizzard has started listening to our complaints and they don't want to force people into doing content they may not want anymore, in order to get the best gear comes the Creation Catalyst. The UI of the Forge is very simple, so after you click it, you will get 1 slot where you can put 1 item from Season 3, Mythic Plus, Rated PvP or the Raid, with many people hoping that the catch-up gear from Zereth Mortis can be used as well. The gear that you can introduce in this slot is highlighted like the conduits are when you are at the Forge of Bonds, and as long as it is in the same slot as a tier set, you will get the tier set for that slot. The eye level of the resulting tier piece will be the closest to the eye level of the gear you introduce, but scaled down, as you won't get a 278 eye level gear if you introduce a 275 dungeon gear. You can also slot in items that are not in tier set slots, and they will give you an item for the same slot but with different stats in case you don't need that verse from PvP or whatever. You will start getting the Creation Catalyst after week 8 of the patch, so no rush here, and Blizzard stated you'll get it worldwide, account-wide, once per week, with the possibility of getting it even 1 or 2 days. They also said that when you get an alt to the Forge where you use this Creation Catalyst, you should have as many as if you've played that alt from first day of the patch. The information at this point is a little vague regarding alts and how they get it, but we will presume that the account-wide thing will be the same for every character in the game, and when you do the skip to Zereth Mortis, you will probably have all of the Creation Catalyst reagents available as your main or any other player would have by now. And this is the big gist, the meat of the thing, pretty much everything you need to know going into 9.2 if you want to decide what you're going to be doing. There are a lot of cool things, and it's looking to be a much better patch than before, so fingers crossed, and let's hope Blizzard keeps answering our questions and prayers in the future for more awesome WoW patches. In the meantime, thank you, dear patrons, as well, for supporting the channel and making everything possible. We couldn't do this without you guys. We really are grateful, and if you, dear viewer, want to support us a little bit more, check the Patreon page link down below. You will see some tiers with some rewards from like bloopers and Patreon talks and wallpapers and stuff like that, and maybe there's something there for you. You never know, you know, and thank you for supporting us. Thank you for the video as well, and see you next time.
I've been loving it then, I still love it now. Still, I play WoW. Still, I play WoW. Getting better every day, let me show you how. Cause still, I play WoW. Still, I play WoW. It's getting harder to stay, but at the end of the day, it's a guilty pleasure, so just log in and play. Whether it's classic or retail, I'ma do a /bow. Still, I play WoW.